Imagine a time before history, before written language, before cities. This was a time when humans lived as nomads, hunters and gatherers, but around 3500 BC, in regions we now call Mesopotamia and Egypt, something extraordinary happened. Humans transitioned from a nomadic lifestyle to settled agriculture. This marked the dawn of civilization as we know it. It is why these regions are called the cradles of civilization. These civilizations thrived independently, separated by vast deserts. They developed unique cultures, beliefs, and technologies, yet they shared a common thread, the ingenuity to harness the power of nature. This led to remarkable advancements in agriculture, social structures, and governance. These innovations would lay the foundation for future societies across the globe. Mesopotamia, nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, is often called the Fertile Crescent. This region was a hotbed of innovation. It was here that the Sumerians, pioneers of early civilization, emerged. The Sumerians developed irrigation systems to tame the unpredictable floods of the Tigris and Euphrates. This control over water resources led to agricultural surpluses. These surpluses freed people to specialize in other crafts, leading to the rise of cities and complex social structures. The Sumerians didn't just excel in agriculture. They invented the wheel, the chariot, and the first known system of writing cuneiform. Cuneiform, using wedge-shaped marks on clay tablets, revolutionized communication and record-keeping. This invention marked a pivotal moment in human history, allowing knowledge to be preserved and transmitted across generations. The Sumerians also developed sophisticated mathematics and astronomy, leaving an indelible mark on the scientific advancements of later civilizations. In the heart of Mesopotamia, powerful city-states arose, each with its own ruler and patron deity. Ur, Uruk, and Lagash were among the most influential. These city-states were marvels of urban planning with towering ziggurats, temples dedicated to their patron gods. The ziggurats, stepped pyramids reaching towards the heavens, dominated the city skylines, showcasing the Sumerians' architectural prowess. These city-states were not always peaceful neighbors. They competed for resources and dominance, leading to frequent conflicts. However, this competition also drove innovation, as each city-state sought to outdo its rivals in art, architecture, and warfare. The constant exchange of ideas and technologies further fueled Mesopotamian civilization's growth and development. While the Sumerians were building their civilization in Mesopotamia, another great power arose in the valley of the Nile River. The Nile, the longest river in the world, cuts through the harsh desert landscape of northeastern Africa. This life-giving river provided a fertile oasis in an otherwise arid region. It was here that ancient Egyptian civilization took root, nurtured by the Nile's annual floods. The Nile was more than just a water source for the Egyptians, it was the very essence of their existence. Its predictable flooding pattern dictated the rhythm of their lives. The annual inundation, though sometimes destructive, deposited a rich layer of silt on the land, making it incredibly fertile. This natural irrigation system allowed the Egyptians to cultivate crops like barley, wheat, and flax, forming the backbone of their agricultural economy. Section 5. The Nile Lifeline of Egypt. The Nile River flowed northward, and the Egyptians used this to their advantage. They developed a system of basin irrigation, trapping the floodwaters and distributing them to their fields. This ingenious system ensured a stable food supply. Even in years with less flooding, the surplus food production allowed the population to grow and specialize. This specialization led to the emergence of skilled artisans, scribes, priests, and administrators, laying the foundation for a complex and sophisticated society. The Nile also served as a vital artery for transportation and trade. Boats laden with goods sailed up and down the river, connecting communities and facilitating the exchange of ideas, resources, and culture. This ease of transportation played a crucial role in unifying Upper and Lower Egypt, two distinct regions that would eventually merge under a single ruler. The Nile, therefore, was not just a geographical feature, but a unifying force that shaped the destiny of Egyptian civilization. Section 6. Narmer, the first pharaoh. Around 3100 BC, A powerful ruler named Narmer emerged from Upper Egypt. Legend has it that Narmer, a skilled warrior and strategist, led his armies north to conquer Lower Egypt. This military campaign culminated in a decisive victory that unified the two lands under his rule. Narmer's victory marked a turning point in Egyptian history, ushering in the early dynastic period. The Narmer palette, an intricately carved ceremonial artifact, depicts Narmer wearing the crowns of both Upper and Lower Egypt, symbolizing his dominion over the unified kingdom. This unification under a single ruler brought stability and prosperity to the region. It also paved the way for the development of a centralized government, a complex bureaucracy, and a sophisticated system of laws, all hallmarks of a thriving civilization. Section 7. The Divine Pharaohs. Narmer's successors inherited his mantle, becoming the first pharaohs of Egypt. The pharaoh was not merely a king, he was considered a living god, the embodiment of Horus, the falcon god of kingship. This divine status gave the pharaoh absolute power, making him both the political and spiritual leader of the Egyptian people. The pharaoh was believed to be responsible for maintaining Ma'at, the cosmic order and balance of the universe. The pharaoh's authority was absolute. He controlled all aspects of life in Egypt. From the military to the economy, he commanded vast armies, erected monumental temples and pyramids, and oversaw a complex irrigation system that sustained the entire kingdom. The pharaoh's word was law, and his subjects revered him with unwavering devotion. This god-king system of governance would become a defining characteristic of ancient Egyptian civilization, enduring for centuries. Section 8. Memphis, City of the White Wall. To solidify his control over the newly unified Egypt, Narmer established a new capital city, Memphis. Strategically located at the apex of the Nile Delta, Memphis became a bustling center of trade, culture, and administration. The city's strategic location allowed it to control trade routes along the Nile and access to the Mediterranean Sea, further consolidating its power and influence. Memphis, also known as the City of the White Wall, was adorned with magnificent palaces, temples, and gardens. Its bustling markets offered a dazzling array of goods from across Egypt and beyond. Under the pharaoh's patronage, Memphis flourished as a center of art, learning, and religious worship. The city's grandeur and prosperity served as a testament to the power and wealth of the early Egyptian state. Section 9. Beyond the Horizon, Trade and Conflict. As Egypt grew in power and prosperity, it interacted with its neighbors through both trade and conflict. The Egyptians established trade networks with Nubia to the south, a land rich in gold, ivory, and exotic animals. These valuable resources flowed into Egypt, enriching the pharaohs and fueling the growth of their empire. However, relations with Nubia were not always peaceful. The Egyptians launched military campaigns to secure control over Nubian gold mines and trade routes. To the east, Egypt interacted with the Levant, a region encompassing modern-day Lebanon, Israel, and Palestine. The Levant was a source of valuable timber, particularly cedarwood, which the Egyptians used extensively in construction and shipbuilding. Section 10. Legacies of Power, Dynasties of Egypt. Over the centuries, Egypt's fortunes waxed and waned as different dynasties rose and fell. Some periods were marked by peace and prosperity, while others were characterized by internal strife and foreign invasion. Yet through it all, the pharaohs remained the divine rulers of Egypt, their authority unquestioned. The Egyptians developed a sophisticated system of writing known as hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics, a combination of logographic and alphabetic elements, allowed the Egyptians to record their history, beliefs, and daily life in intricate detail. They also developed advanced mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Egyptian physicians were renowned throughout the ancient world for their healing skills, and their knowledge of anatomy and surgery was surprisingly advanced for their time. Section 11. Echoes of Ancient Grandeur. The civilizations of Mesopotamia and Egypt left an indelible mark on human history. They transitioned from nomadic hunter-gatherer societies to settled agricultural communities, leading to the development of the first cities, organized religion, centralized governments, and complex social structures. These innovations laid the foundation for the development of all subsequent civilizations. Their invention of writing systems revolutionized communication, allowing for the recording and transmission of knowledge across generations. From the towering ziggurats of Mesopotamia to the majestic pyramids of Egypt, these civilizations left behind architectural marvels that continue to inspire awe and wonder. Their art, literature, and religious beliefs influenced later cultures, leaving an enduring legacy that still resonates today. As we look back on the achievements of these ancient civilizations, we are reminded of the boundless potential of human ingenuity, our capacity for innovation, and our enduring quest to understand ourselves and the world around us.